Let's go to this shit made me feel alive. I feel like we in paradise. Don't know if it's a dream or
Oh, it's an exciting day today, guys. We got a box trailer, 28-foot box trailer. It's got a roof deck. It needs some TLC all the way around. But I'm gonna be bringing y'all through my drift trailer setup. We're gonna make it to where we can kind of stay in it, and stay at the track. It's gutted. It needs work. It was a escape room, mobile escape room. But yeah, first thing we're gonna be tackling is some holes in the roof that they made, and go ahead and get the plywood replaced, fix that, and then put these rails back up. They made some handmade rails, homemade hand rails. So it's pretty walkable. It's nice. Got a ladder right here on the tongue. Alright, so now that we got all the railings off, looks regular again. It's got this aluminum sheath that likes to flex, and then it's got 1/2-inch plywood underneath it. But we got a hole here, here, the AC hole, which I'm gonna put one back in there. This is, and I got these holes right here. And somehow, this plywood is getting rotten right here in this corner. Next, we got to take all this rain channel off all the way around to get this sheath off. And then once the sheath's off, I can count how many pieces of wood I need and go to Home Depot. They said it wasn't gonna rain today, it better not. I'm gonna take the ladder off last. Just got some lag bolts on the inside. I already got the ceiling, the particle board gutted. It's the next day, guys. I got the roof sheath off. It was a lot of fun. It's one solid piece, like 28 feet. So yeah, we got that off, and then I went to Home Depot last night, and I love daylight savings because by the time I got back, it was dark. But anyways, so we're back here the next morning. I started replacing plywood and realized I wasn't videoing. Happens to me a lot. So all we're doing is replacing these sheets of plywood. The worst spot was right up here in this corner. It's nasty. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and replace like these because they had the holes, like I said. Holes. This one just looked pretty bad. It was getting wet. That one had a hole back there. Anyways, yep. We're gonna finish sheeting this up. got the roof all screwed down and back ready to go. Started raining on me yesterday a little bit, so plus the butyl tape that I had wasn't quite big enough, so I went to the RV place this morning, got some thick butyl tape. So what I got to do next is put butyl tape all the way along this edge and then put the aluminum sheath back on. And once we put that back on, I got to put more butyl tape all the way around and put the little gutter trim that goes around the side. So yeah, let's get started. So we got the sheath back on. Of course, I missed the video. It was wild. Let's just say that. It's very awkward. It just wants to fold everywhere. So yeah, we got it back on after a little tough time. Now I just gotta go around all the edges and fix everywhere that got bowed and stuff. And then I gotta get it around these two corners back here. But we're very close. Like, we're on the edge. I think once I get rid of these minor bends, that'll lengthen it back out a little bit, square it back up. Cause yeah, we're on that bitch. Just about. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna get started on, is squaring it all out around the edges, and then we'll go screw it down and seal it up, and then put the rails back on. Now I'm insulating between all the railings, and what I'm doing is just cutting it, measuring each railing because they're all a little bit different. Go figure. Now I'm cutting them and putting them up there. Just they're tight fit, so I'm just pressing them in there, and then I'm gonna be putting 1/2-inch plywood all in the ceiling. I had a couple pieces of like thin, like 1/8-inch particle board type stuff, and it was already falling down, so we ended up ripping that out like right when I got it. What's up? So it's the next day. Last night I went in pretty late after dark getting all this insulation up, and I got the first couple pieces of plywood set up, and it was dark and very repetitive, so I didn't film much of it. Got all of it up, cut all the strips to size because they were all a little bit different, so we cut them, got them up there. They're just cut perfect enough to where I just wedged them in there. I didn't have to glue them or anything. But I got this first panel done. I had to shorten it up a little bit so it would start meeting in the middle of these rails every time. So that way I could mount all the pieces of wood properly. But then I realized earlier while I was talking to my girlfriend's dad, I was talking to him about what I was doing and realized I didn't add any braces going to each railing for the roof AC I'm going to be installing. So that's what I'm getting into now. I popped this panel back down, this piece of plywood. Took the two out because I didn't know which one it was going to come out in. So marked my center hole from top, made it center, and then marked my lines in here. And yeah, so I cut these 1x1s, and I'm about to tack them in there, weld them up, if this don't fall on my head. And yeah, then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do all the rest of the plywood today. So the ceiling should be done. After that I can start tearing out the floors. I'm gonna do new floors and then paint everything, get it all looking clean. Then I'm gonna come with some electrical and cabinets and stuff like that. So yeah. Well yeah, so I've been using lift support jacks, which really work good. I could just have them about that height, put the plywood on top of it, jack it up, make sure they're exactly where I want them, screw them in. Well yeah, I'm gonna get started on that. I'm gonna go video it. I'll get back to you when I finish the ceiling. Alright guys, so I gotta end the video somewhere, so we're gonna end it here today. In the next video, you'll be seeing a completed ceiling. We're going to start working on the floors and replacing those and then painting everything. So y'all stay tuned. I appreciate y'all for watching. See y'all in the next video. Peace.